about the Pacific Northwest. So we have a whole table of books here about our Pacific Northwest line. It's about the wildlife of the Pacific Northwest, the flora and fauna, the different cultural things that are going on here. We have a book about craft beers. We have a book about terrarium craft. And so we started doing that probably about 10 years ago. And the inspiration for those books is that other than Sasquatch, who is another regional publisher, there isn't a lot of coverage about the rich texture of the Pacific Northwest. I mean, obviously it's a great place to live and work. So that's basically the inspiration.
Awesome. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I am the publicity manager for Timber, but I have over 20 years of experience in the book business. I started out working in a small bookstore, and basically waiting for the bus. I used to just hang out in this bookstore in San Francisco, and then the bus would come again and again and again, and I'd still be there. So eventually the owner just said, why don't you just work here? So I worked there for 6 years, and then I moved on and I worked for Powell's for 7 years, and I was a buyer for most of that time, the book buyer. And at the end of my career at Powell's, I worked in the marketing and promotions department there. And while I was there, I discovered that I really wanted to learn more about the other side of books, which is the publishing side. So I've worked for 2 publishers in the Portland area, and this is my second one. And for Timber, I'm in charge of all the consumer marketing, all the social media, and the publicity.
No, I those are 2 good questions. You can come back at 11.
Yeah.
This was her very first interview with Mainstream Media. I think she did a good job, right?
I think she did a fantastic job.
Thank you for interviewing.
Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure. And if you come back at 11, Deborah will be here, but we actually have 5 authors signing throughout the weekend. So you can stop by almost any time and you'll see somebody in the booth signing.
Awesome.
All right?
Thank you.
Nice
Thank
to
you,
see
Danielle.
You too.